Arsenal vs Tottenham live. Stream, score, TV channel, team news, as Saka adds third for Gunners' latest updates. Arsenal host Tottenham at the Emirates in a crunch North London derby today. The Gunners started the season in woeful fashion, but have now won their last 3 games on the bounce in all competitions. While Spurs have gone 4 without victory. Start time: 7:45 p.m, BST TV live stream. Sky Sports Football. Arsenal's I. 32 Ramsdale, 18 Tomiyasu, 4 White, 6 Gabriel, 3 Tierney, 5 Partey, 34 Xhaka, 7 Saka, 8 Odegaard, 10 Smith Rowe, 14 Aubameyang. Tottenham, Zai. 1 Loris, 25 Tanganga, 6 Sanchez, 15 Dyer, 3 Reguilon, 28 Ndombele, 5 Højbjerg, 20 Dell, 27 Lucas Moura, 10 Kane, 7 Son. Stay up to date with all the action from the Emirates in our live blog. Join Sun Vegas. Get a free £10 bonus with 100s of games to play and no deposit required. TSNCS apply. Arsenal vs Tottenham will be broadcast live on Sky Sports main event and Premier League. Sky begin their coverage at 4 p.m. Arsenal 3-0 Spurs 35. Mikel Arteta's men have been electric in this first half, and it's so exciting to see a couple of future England stars central to the performance. Arsenal 3-0 Spurs 33. Arsenal are in ecstasy. Spurs are in absolute disarray. The third arrives on the counter too, a break this time sparked by Harry Kane feebly giving up possession. Emile Smith-Rowe is again at the heart of the move, spraying a pass wide to Bukayo Saka on the right. From then on, it's all the youngster's own work. Kane tracks back in order to make amends as Saka flies into the area, and, although the striker gets some sort of block in on an initial shot, his presence interferes with Eric Dyer's defensive work. In the confusion, Saka darts in and curls a second effort away from Hugo Lloris. The Emirates is bouncing. Bukayo Saka adds a third. Arsenal 2-0 Spurs 32. The home supporters are tormenting their Tottenham counterparts. The Arsenal fans haven't looked this happy in years. Arsenal 2-0 Spurs 31. Where do Spurs go from here? Nuno Espirito Santo is deep in conversation with his coaching staff on the touchline, but too many of his players look beaten already. Arsenal 2-0 Spurs 29. Arsenal have now doubled their goal tally for the season in the opening half hour of this North London derby. Arsenal 2-0 Spurs 27. Arsenal make it 2 in real style. It's the Gunners of old that tear Tottenham apart, counter-attacking from their own defensive third to score in a matter of seconds. Granit Xhaka wins it back and finds Emile Smith-Rowe, who passes to Kieran Tierney. The Scot sends the ball into the feet of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who flicks brilliantly back out to Smith-Rowe. The scorer of Arsenal's first explodes down the left and then shows great composure to pick out Aubameyang, who meets the pullback with a first-time left-footed into the bottom right corner. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang makes it 2. Arsenal 1-0 Spurs 24. Kane drops deep and gets himself on the ball. What will he does with a moment of rare possession? Blast the ball miles over from 30 yards is the answer. Arsenal 1-0 Spurs 22. Tanganga throws himself at Son's corner from the left but fails to match the accuracy of the effort with the determination he showed in forcing it. His header rises high and wide of goal. Arsenal 1-0 Spurs 21. Much better from Spurs. Son drives in from the left and lets rip with a scorcher that's creeping inside the near post until Ramsdale turns it behind. Is that the moment that launches the visitors into action? Arsenal 1-0 Spurs 20. 20 minutes into the contest and Harry Kane has touched the ball just twice. This is an alarming time for the Tottenham man. Arsenal 1-0 Spurs 19. Tanganga attempts a burst to the byline, but he's tracked all the way by Smith-Rowe. Not only does the goalscorer deny the right back a cross, but he makes sure his side claim a goal kick too. Arsenal 1-0 Spurs 17. The corner is dealt with by the visiting defense, albeit unconvincingly, but the danger remains. This time Aubameyang weighs up a strike from long range and thumps a shot a yard over the crossbar. Arsenal 1-0 Spurs 16. Arsenal could put this game to bed in the first quarter of the game if Spurs aren't careful. Odegaard is allowed to roam again, and eventually the ball is worked to Partey, who lets fly from 22 yards. Lloris leaps to his left to push behind. Arsenal 1-0 Spurs 14. Spurs try to make something happen, but it's barely worth a blog entry. Neither Kane or Dell can get on the end of a hopeful cross into the area from the left. Arsenal 1-0 Spurs 12. Arsenal lead, and it's no surprise given how both sides have started this North London derby. The goal arrives in such a simple fashion too. Martin Odegaard is gifted far too much time and space to drive through midfield and has no problem in playing in Bukayo Saka on the right. The youngster toys with Sergio Reguilon and then drifts past him with ease before squaring to the arriving Emile Smith-Rowe to slot home unmarked. The Gunners are firing. Emile Smith-Rowe opens the scoring. Arsenal 0-0 Spurs 10. The Gunners have bossed more than two-thirds of the possession in the first 10 minutes with their youngsters stretching the play in search of an opening. Arsenal 0-0 Spurs 9. Gary Neville notes that Spurs are not playing through the midfield in the first 10 minutes. I suspect it's been much longer than that. When did Moussa Dembele leave? Arsenal 0-0 Spurs 7. Lloris is alert to a first Arsenal break that begins with Ramsdale launching a quick pass downfield. Tierney moves onto the ball and delivers from the left for Aubameyang to flick goalwards at the near post with a shot saved by Lloris. The offside flag then goes up against the Arsenal captain too. Arsenal 0-0 Spurs 6. Son struggles to bring a bouncing ball under control 20 yards from goal, eventually managing to get a weak shot away at Ramsdale. He shouldn't have bothered, mind you. As soon as he goes for goal, a belated offside flag goes up against the South Korean. Arsenal 0-0 Spurs 5. Lucas Moura is back in a Spurs side that may well have missed the Brazilian's guile. He shows some fancy footwork and draws Granit Xhaka's first foul of the afternoon. Who had 5 minutes? Arsenal 0-0 Spurs 3. Some thumping challenges and huge roars mark the opening minutes of this North London derby. It's immediately clear that Spurs aren't going to persist with the high-pressing game they opted for against Chelsea. The visitors instead sit off and allow their hosts the ball. Arsenal 0-0 Spurs 1. The warm applause continues from remembering Jimmy Greaves to acknowledging the two sides taking the knee in solidarity against racial discrimination. But the time for such united behavior is over, and there's a North London derby to be played. Tottenham kick-off and the opening seconds are already frenetic.